Hi friends, welcome to this class. So this is the continuation of Robinson annihilation reaction, right? So we discussed the Robinson annihilation reaction, how the mechanism occurs. Now we shall see the few more examples. Before going to that, let us discuss the stability of enolate. So enolate, I told that it can occur enol or enolate anion. If we make use of base, then the reaction will be like this: O minus. Before going to that, let me tell you. See here also three protons are there. 1, 2, 3 protons. Here two protons will be there, right? Two protons. But here annihilation to occur, which proton first it will leave, right? Because base is there. So it can affect this proton also, this proton also. Why? Because both are alpha position. Both these protons are attached to that carbon, which is alpha carbon. Why only alpha carbon? Because it is in conjugation. It can conjugate with electron withdrawing group like this. So these alpha protons will be more acidic, right? These things you should remember. So as these are acidic, but we want to know whether this one is more acidic or this one is more acidic. The reason is this one will be more acidic. Why it is? Because if we remove the H plus, what happens? See here, negative charge comes on carbon. Similarly here, if we remove H plus, what happens? Negative charge comes on carbon. But here methyl group is there, CH3 group. By inductive effect, it will give its electron density. So here also negative, and it also gives electron density, negative, negative, more negative, which is unstable. But here what happens? No any electron donating group, but here we have got only electron withdrawing group. Here electron withdrawing group is there, no doubt, but here electron donating group is also there. So this will be more acidic because this is stabilized like this. So the equilibrium will be more towards this, because carbon can't have negative charge, but oxygen can have negative charge, because oxygen is more electronegative and it can able to hold the negative charge. Electronegativity definition is nothing but the element which can hold electron density, right? So what happens? This is the product, and here also equilibrium will be like this, and here we will get like this, right? So this is more acidic, this is less acidic. At low temperature, if we see the reaction, we get this will be measured at lower temperature. So this is kinetic product. Kinetic product. As soon as reaction, if we put, this will be more in form of this, but at higher temperature, right, or room temperature, or if the reaction is left for longer time, this is for shorter. Kinetic means fast, shortest time. This is at higher temperature or long time, then this product will be formed. This is called thermodynamic product. What is kinetic product, thermodynamic product? Those things we have discussed, right? Same thing. So kinetic product and this is thermodynamic product. Thermodynamic means at higher temperature these substances are stable compared to this. This is not stable at higher temperature. At higher temperature it will rearrange to form this thermodynamic at higher temperature. Why it is so? Because see here, we have studied Satsev rule, E1, E2, E1, elimination reaction. There we have used Satsev rule. According to that, the alkene formed which is more substituted will be stable at thermodynamically. That is, more substituted alkenes are stable. Here this is alkene which is substituted. Here also substitution, here also substitution. But here for this alkene there is no substitution, only one time substitution. So these are very stable by thermodynamic, because here CH3 groups will be there. Here also CH3 group will be there. These protons will stabilize this alkene by hyperconjugation effect. Resonance, inductive, like that hyperconjugation effect is there, right? That will stabilize these things. And during that E1, E2, there Satsev product, there I will explain this hyperconjugation, how it will stabilize. But now you should know the reason, because these things, if you know, this application part is nothing but the Robinson annihilation. once we know the basic thing, we make this application part, right? So now we are discussing application part, so no need to waste time in explaining basic things, right? So this is about thermodynamic and kinetic product. Why this is major, why this is minor, right? So this is thermodynamic, this is kinetic, right? So according to the condition, we write the products. So this is about stability of enolate, right? Next, let us see few examples of Robinson annihilation reaction. So first example is this one, RCOCH3. To this they have added HCHO, formaldehyde, right, in presence of secondary amine, and second reagent which they have added is methyl iodide, and third one is they have taken this thing along with tetraethylamine and sodium. This is nothing but ethanol, you know that H is replaced by sodium ethoxide, right? Na plus O minus, this act as base. So this reaction is carried out in basic condition, right? So first reaction, what is this? Secondary amine treated with formaldehyde. This is a named reaction, that is Michael addition reaction. Sorry, not Michael addition, it is nothing but Mannich reaction, right? So Mannich reaction, what it happens? Secondary amine when treated with formaldehyde, the reaction occurs in such a way that it will give like this compound, OH and 2H2. No need to show them, and this lone pair will go and this will take, and this will form CH2. We can show like this also, or if I write like this also, it's enough. CH2 group, we should know, because carbon 4 valency 1, 2, 3, 4, those two will be hydrogen, right? So this is nothing but Mannich reagent, because Mannich reaction means this and this, if we add we will get Mannich reagent. So first step we got that Mannich reagent. So let us see what happens. So they have given RCOCH3. Here this is secondary amines are nothing but base, right? So this will take this proton, secondary amines will take this proton, so it will be in enolate form. So RCO minus double bond, and here we have got Mannich reagent. How? CH2N R and nitrogen gets positive charge, Mannich reagent. So what happens here? It will come like this, attacks this carbon. And one thing you remember, in carbon will be more electrophilic compared to nitrogen, because nitrogen can't hold this positive charge, but they can hold negative charge as they are electronegative. But carbon can hold positive charge compared to this nitrogen, oxygen, right? But these can hold negative charge. These things you remember. So this carbon will be more electrophilic compared to nitrogen. So this electron density attacks this carbon. So what we will get? RCOC, this carbon, and this is this carbon. This carbon bond formation. This is bond, and here nitrogen R plus was there. It gets its electron density, so it became neutral and it has lone pair, right? So this is the reaction. The second step, they have added methyl iodide. This is nothing but simple SN2 reaction. Iodine will be replaced by and methyl will attack that lone pair of electron. So nitrogen R methyl, Me we can write, CH3 we can write, or simply if I show the line, you need to understand this is CH3 group is there, right? So this is methyl group, and nitrogen is positive charge because it has given its lone pair of electron. And the third reagent, they have added this in base, sodium ethoxide, and I have told that if they are maintaining kinetic product means double bond comes here, negative charge comes here. If thermodynamic means negative charge comes here, right? So this thing you need to remember. right? Let us see what they have done. Yeah, till this it's clear, right? So since they have not mentioned any temperature, right, then we will go with kinetic product, this product. So kinetic product will be like this. We should not show like that. More times we should show like this only, because electronegative atom can hold easily negative charge compared to this carbon holding negative charge. So what happens, this will come here and this carbon will attack this carbon, and this nitrogen takes this electron density, because as nitrogen can't have positive charge, it takes this electron density. So what happens, yeah, let me write here, yeah, everything. So here we are left with R, CO, CH2, CH2, and which carbon, this carbon has attached, CH2, this carbon is attached to C double bond O, CH2, CH3, right? So this is the product, right? So Michael addition formed by SN2 methyl iodide, and we got this product, right? So here you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from this carbon, if I remove the proton, H plus negative charge comes, right? From this I can form easily bond, 6-membered ring I can form. Any other possibility? If I remove proton from this, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-membered ring strain, no use, right? So this is the suitable. So what happens if I remove proton, what it will do, it will be like this only. Proton I have removed, so O minus double bond CH3, like this. Proton I have removed, so it will be enolate form, right? Enolate form. Then what happens, this electron density comes here, and from this carbon, this will attack this carbonyl, right? So it will form 6-membered ring. 6-membered ring. Count the carbons here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why only 6-membered ring? Because 6-membered transition states are very favorable, right? So what happens? So this is the 6-membered ring. Let me take this position 1. 1 means at one position methyl group is there, methyl 1. Second position carbonyl comes 2, 3, 4, 5. At 6th position R group is also there. See here, at 6th position R group is also there, and as electron density moves here, the electron density moves on oxygen, so here O minus will come, right? So from solvent it will get proton, so it will becomes OH. Next, here methyl is there and here proton is there, right? Here at elevated temperature it will undergo E1 CB reaction. How it will go? It will take the electron density like this. See here, O minus double bond, and methyl is as usual, and here OH and R. As soon as electron density comes back, it will move here, and here it will move. Here H plus it has taken, now OH minus is coming out, so it will form water molecule. So one water molecule will be eliminated, and we get the ring product, which is our required product. So this is the required product. So the mechanism which I have given, this is the required product. So ring formation is occurred, and this is non-aromatic, means it is not a aromatic, and this is the Robinson annihilation reaction, right? So let us see one more example. So basics I have explained. Now in the next reaction I am not going to tell you anything, just I will keep on writing, right? Yeah, it's done. Now see, they have given this substrate, and you need to write the product, and here methyl, right? So okay, see here, whether 6-membered ring is where we know that this is acidic proton and this is acidic proton, but we need to see 6-membered ring or 5-membered ring, because those are thermodynamically stable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 not used, right? So this proton won't be removed. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5-membered ring if I remove this proton. So at elevated temperature we will get product like this. See here. Right, see, I have removed proton from this. It will be stabilized by oxygen. Negative charge comes on oxygen, right? This proton. Tautomerism we have no. Since at thermodynamic condition you can write proton on that also. Instead of writing negative charge here, if you write this proton, see here, this proton came on this oxygen, this proton, right? Tautomerism, right? Nothing problem. And again electron density moves here. Now it will attack this, and this will shift here. This electron density comes on oxygen. So what happens? See here, O minus, double bond comes here. This becomes 1 2 3 4, sorry, from this carbon row 1 2 3 4 5 membered ring. So 5 membered ring, let me draw like this. First 5 membered ring I will draw. So this is 5, fourth position, third position one methyl group, okay, third position one methyl, 2 as usual. First position, this is first position, to that one carbon is there, COCH3, right? 2 1, first position carbonyl group with CH3. So this is the product, we got it. And also from this you can again see, this is acidic proton, right? These are acidic proton, and here also acidic proton is there, right? And this will tautomerize in presence of water. It will tautomerize like this. Electron density moves here and this get proton, right? So here it will become as usual simple CO, and this is 5 membered ring, and here CO CH3, and here one methyl. So this is also acidic, this is also acidic. Let us see 6 membered ring, where it will form 1 2 3 4 5 6. This forms 6 membered ring, these protons. Whether these 1 2 3 4 4 membered ring, 4 membered rings are unstable because these are strained. So what happens, again I will remove this proton and I will write like this, O minus, here double bond. So this will comes here and this will attack this, forming 5 membered ring. Say 1 2 3 4 5 membered ring. So how to draw this now? O minus, I need to show 5 membered ring. This carbon, no worry, this thing as usual, third position, okay. See here 5 membered ring, right? So here one, two, three, four, five. 1 2 3 4 5 6 membered ring, okay. 6, sorry, not 5 membered, 6 membered ring. You are getting right? Oxygen negative electron density, and this carbon will bind to this carbon, right? So 6 membered ring, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, I should not, so it becomes 7 membered, right? See here 1 2 3 4 5 6 membered ring, and also solvent will be there, water, so OH will become, right? And here also proton will be there, acidic proton, it will go like this, and E1CP reaction, again this comes back, and you are getting right. Otherwise I need to write these things. 5 membered ring, I hope you got it. No need to get confused. One of this one is 6 membered ring. No need to confuse, right? Like this. E1CP reaction, as I told. From here CH2, see here O minus, this proton, E1CP reaction, right? So negative charge, and here OH is there. Next what happens, this comes here, this will shift to this bond, and this OH will do as water molecule, right? So what we will get, double bond will get in the same structure. And here double bond. So this is the 6-membered ring I told. 1 2 3 4 5 6 6-membered ring, and these are 5-membered. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. How this formed? So here 2 times Robinson annulation. First time the ring formation occurs like this, 5-membered ring, here 5-membered ring. Initially 5-membered ring is there, one ring annulation we got 5-membered ring. But here along with that carbonyl is there, acidic protons are there, right? Because of these acidic protons, again ring closing, because it will form 1 2 3 4 5 6-membered ring. So 2 times annulation occurs, that is nothing but Robinson annulation. These examples are very easy, no need to get confused. Once you understand the basic concept, now it becomes easy for you to understand these things, right? So there are many more examples we shall discuss, no problem, right? So here one more example. I have left with 8 minutes, let us do it fastly. Here methyl double bond, first reagent they have added Me2CuLi, Gilman reagent, and in this Gilman reagent followed by this one, third one is NaOH. So what happens, this is Gilman reagent. Gilman reagent is a soft nucleophile, so it will do Michael addition at 4th position. Here 1 2 3 4, 4th position Michael addition occurs. So what happens, electron density comes here, this will move here, this will move here. So O minus double bond, and here methyl, and here methyl is there initially, right? But later it will conjugate like this to form these things. Yeah, this till this you know. And second step they have given this compound. So what happens, this electron density comes here, and this from this carbon it will add Michael addition. Again it is 1 2 3 4. This is again Michael addition, right? So what happens, double bond O, 1, this is this 4th carbon, this is 4 carbon, 3rd carbon, 2nd carbon, CH3 group, right? Here methyl and here methyl. I hope you are getting it, right? The next process, see here, this is also acidic proton, these are also acidic proton, this is also acidic proton, this is also acidic proton. But we need to see 5-membered or 6-membered ring. See here, 1 2 3 4 5-membered ring. If I remove proton from this, I will get 5-membered ring. If I remove from this 1 2 3 4 5, here also I will get 5-membered ring, but here it is in the ring, so angle strain may occur. So we won't remove the proton from ring because angle strain will be more. So we will remove from open chain proton only. If I remove from this 1 2 3 membered, unfavorable. So here 1 2 3 4 5-membered ring. So if I remove proton, what happens, tautomerism like this. Let me draw O minus, and this is double bond, right? And here methyl, and this comes here, and from this carbon it will attack this carbon. So what happens, 5-membered ring, right? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5, right? And here O minus will come, right? And here double bond O, everything same, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. 5th carbon carbonyl becomes O minus, and from water OH will be there as usual, and here proton will be acidic, and it will undergo E1Cb at basic condition at elevated temperature. So water molecule is removed from OH minus H2O, and we will remove this water molecule. So this is the required product, we got it, right? So water, even see you understood, I hope, from H from this, OH from this water molecule here only. But what we show through inolate structure, because inolate structure will be more stable. But shortcutly you can also see like this, no problem, right? Here it is acidic proton and OH, O minus, H plus and double bond here. H plus O minus forms water and double bond comes here. So this is the required product. There are so many reactions here I have got, but we will discuss in the next classes.